What's up, broski? I want to talk about the Super Showdown Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. Saudi Arabian, whatever. You know what I mean. Let's get this shit started. Kicked off with Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin. I did not see this event live. I saw it after it ended. So I saw the replay. So I fast forwarded this match up until where Lesnar shows up. Because let's face it, broski. Do you guys really think that Baron Corbin had any chance of winning the Universal title from Seth Rollins? It wasn't gonna happen. No fucking way, bro. That's why I fast forwarded the fucking match up until the Lesnar cash in, because Lesnar already mentioned on Raw, hey, I'm gonna cash it in Friday. Obviously they did that to boost, you know, network WWE network sales and shit like this, you know. But yeah, Lesnar shows up. He tries to cash in, but he gets distracted because Paul Heyman trips in the ring, which at first I thought it was a botch. But no, it was part of the storyline. Yeah, Paul Heyman trips in the ring, distracts Lesnar, like, hey, what are you doing, Paul? And that's where Seth Rollins, he begins to beat the shit out of Lesnar with a steel chair. And then he curb stomps him. He curb stomps Lesnar's face on top of the Money in the Bank briefcase. So Lesnar did not have a chance to cash in. Seth Rollins pretty much just beat the shit out of him. Bada bing, bada boom. That's all she wrote. And Lesnar walked out pissed. Second match was the Demon Finn Balor against Andrade. I gotta admit, man, this match was pretty fucking good. That Andrade guy, bro, the way he performs in the ring, especially the way he performed at that Super Showdown, he's got talent, you know. I cringe sometimes because I just feel like this guy's gonna blow out his knees one day. Even though he's young, he's an up-and-coming fresh star and shit. But this guy be doing these moonsaults and I just have a feeling that one day he's going to blow out his knees the way he's just fucking doing these backflips and moonsaults from on top of the ring and shit. From on the top turnbuckle. Off the top turnbuckle. Finn Balor won. Pretty good match. I actually saw this whole match. I was thinking of fast forwarding it. But I decided to sit there and watch it because those two can wrestle. And Finn Balor always entertains me, broski. And yeah, there you go. Finn Balor is still your Intercontinental title. The third match, pretty entertaining too. Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon. This match was okay. Shane McMahon, surprisingly, he won. He pinned Roman Reigns only because the referee got knocked down for a couple seconds. And that's where Drew McIntyre came in. Gave Roman Reigns his that flying boot, whatever the fuck he calls it. The Scottish psychopath kick. I don't fucking know. Knocked out Roman Reigns cold. And Shane McMahon goes in for the pin, broski. Pretty decent match. It wasn't bad. The next match was Lars Sullivan against Lucha House Party. Let me tell you something, broski. I'm tired of this fucking feud that Lars Sullivan is having with these Lucha House jobbers. I don't give a shit about the Lucha House jobbers. The Saudi Arabian crowd, they didn't give a shit about this match. They were pretty quiet. They just didn't give a fuck, you know? I understand what Vince is doing. You know, he's trying to first build up Lars Sullivan, start him off at the bottom like he did with Braun Strowman. Have Lars he's gonna first have Lars Sullivan get into these boring jobber feuds, and then before you know it, Lars Sullivan is gonna move on and feud with the bigger stars. But like I said, broski, this guy Lars Sullivan, he's been feuding with these Lucha House jobbers for about a month already, and I don't give two flying rat penises about it. I skipped through this fucking match without watching it. I can tell that Lars Sullivan won. I'm pretty sure he won, right? No way is Vince going to let his favorite boy toy, Lars Sullivan, lose to the Lucha House Jobbers. We all know what Vince McMahon thinks of big, strong guys that act like monsters. Roar. You know, he has a hard-on for that shit. And I'm sure you guys read the wrestling dirt sheets that Vince McMahon, he has a hard-on for Lars Sullivan, because he likes those big, angry men. Oh, yeah, this is such good shit. Whatever. Don't give a fuck about this match. I'm interested in seeing them build up Lars Sullivan. But starting off with jobbers, don't give two flying fucks. The next match was Triple H against Randy Orton. You know, I thought this match was going to suck, but it was actually pretty decent, you know? It was pretty good. I was fast forwarding through the boring holds because these guys were doing too many long holds, you know? Triple H holding Randy Orton's leg for 4 minutes in the ring. Now Randy Orton is trying to choke him out for another 4 minutes. It kicked off a little slow, but then the match really got good towards the end. And Randy Orton beat Triple H fair and square with the RKO. So that's pretty good, you know. Orton still got it. And so does Triple H. The next match that I skipped, because I really didn't give two flying dicks about it, was Strowman against Bobby Lashley. There was a couple of monster spots where these guys were pulling off these crazy power moves, slamming each other outside on the floor. But Braun Strowman won. I forgot how he pinned him. I think with a big-ass choke slam. I don't fucking know, bro, and I don't give a shit. Braun Strowman won. Who cares? The next match, Kofi versus Ziggler. Another match I didn't give two flying dicks about. I didn't see this match. Because I just wasn't interested. I just read what happened for the ending result of this match. And I know that Kofi Kingston won because Xavier Woods helped him. And Ziggler was angry about it backstage. And I know he's going to demand a rematch. I think they already gave him a rematch. And Kofi and Ziggler are going to fight again at the fucking Stomping Grounds pay-per-view. A pay-per-view that I'm not going to give two flying dicks about as well, broski. Alright? It's basically a pay-per-view with nothing but rematches that you saw before. Okay? The Stomping Grounds pay-per-view, guess what, broski? They're going to have another Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin match. Another Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston match. And guess what? Another Becky Lynch versus, what's the name of that fucking bitch? The last bitch she fought at the fucking TLC. Becky Lynch versus that tall blonde bitch. Fuck, I forgot her fucking name. Lacey Evans, there you go. Excuse me. So that so far are your 3 confirmed matches for Stomping Grounds, okay? 3 matches you already saw before, and 3 matches they're gonna play again and again and again and again for the next couple of months. I'm getting bored already, broski. Another Kofi Ziggler match, really? Who gives a fuck, bro? Sorry, I'm all over the place because this pay-per-view was just fucking upsetting. $10 a month? Fuck you. Then we had the prestigious 50-man Royal Rumble. Bro, this was a jobber rumble, okay? This was a 50-man jobber rumble. I fast-forwarded this entire thing all the way to the end until it was the last 2 people standing in the ring, which was Elias and this Saudi Arabia jobber named Mansoor. I already knew that this jobber, Mansoor, was going to win in his home country because the night before on social media, the dirt sheets were already saying that this guy Mansoor is set to win the prestigious Battle Royal. And that they're going to use him to please the Saudi Arabian people, because this guy Mansoor is he's a Saudi Arabian national. And they're going to have him win the fucking Rumble. So obviously that made sense, you know, that they're going to give the Saudi Arabia people, you know, something that they can really look forward to. And that's exactly what happened. I knew this jobber Mansoor was going to win before the whole fucking 50-man Rumble started. Do you guys see how predictable WWE is, bro? Holy shit. Sometimes these dirt sheets are wrong, but sometimes they're on the money. They're on point, bro. And these dirt sheet sites are usually run by some fat fuck living in mommy's basement, eating Hot Pockets all day, stroking his cock to Diablo or World of Warcraft or whatever the fuck, bro. But these guys are right sometimes. So yeah, a jobber won the Rumble. Mansoor. I don't give a fuck, bro. Really don't. He's like another carbon copy of Mustafa Ali. But don't get me wrong, you know, Ali's a good technical wrestler. He can fly and shit like this. And this Mansoor guy, from the little bit I saw of him performing that ring against Elias, you know, he was doing pretty good. So, whatever. Let's see what happens. But like I said, I don't give a shit who won this match. All I saw was a bunch of jobbers in the ring. And as I was fast forwarding, broski, I stopped in the middle of it just to see who was performing. And I remember seeing like 30 guys in the ring, and it was just a clusterfuck, bro. It was just bro, it was just mass confusion. I don't think it's a good idea to have 30 or 40 people in the ring like that, because there wasn't, these guys couldn't move. You know, there wasn't enough space to move around. It was bullshit. That's all I gotta say. And the next match was Goldberg versus Undertaker. Oh man, bro. This match, bro, was a fucking disaster. As I predicted, as I knew it would be, bro. This guy Goldberg, bro. Oh man. Listen, I'm not one of these Goldberg haters, bro. But this guy should have called it quits. This guy Goldberg, right? Before his entrance, you know how he has that entrance where the cameras are backstage and he has those fake cops or fake security guards knock on his personal locker room door to let him know he's next, and then they walk to the ring with him. Well, if you saw the Saudi Arabian pay-per-view, and of course you read the dirt sheets, this guy Goldberg, I guess he tried to open the door by headbutting it. And you saw it happen. You hear something slam on the door. This motherfucker tried to open the door with his head. So before the match started, before he got to the ring, this guy already hurt himself. So as he tried to open the door with his first headbutt, it didn't work. He ended up hurting himself. So I guess the second time he tried to open the door, he did it the right way, which was with his fucking hand. Because Goldberg, you're not 30 years old anymore, broski, to be hurting your head like that. You're 50 plus something. So yeah, as this guy opened the door the second time, because it failed the first time with him trying to open it with his fucking head, like a Neanderthal. This guy opened his door, and then you already see like a little, like a blood spot. This guy's already hurt before the match starts, and he's looking a little dizzy and wobbly, walking down to the ramp and getting into the ring. Then Undertaker comes out. At some point, it looks like he's walking like an old man, like his hip is about to give out or something. And the match, it started out pretty good. It was surprising me. You know, it kicked off right away action. You know, Goldberg mocked The Undertaker with the throat slash, and then Goldberg went in for 2 spears. The action was picking up. Holy shit, it was getting good, you know? But then somewhere in the middle of the match, now mind you, this match lasted about a good, I would say 8 to 10 minutes. I would say the first 4 or 5 minutes, I would say the first 4 minutes was pretty good. But then somewhere in the middle of the match, broski, Goldberg, this guy, he ran into the turnbuckle. He tried to run into the turnbuckle to tackle The Undertaker or some shit. Undertaker got out the way, and Goldberg hits his head center on against the ring post. And he cuts himself badly, broski. He starts bleeding all over the place. And it appears that he suffered a concussion during the match. So because of that stupid-ass mistake, which Goldberg should have already visualized and anticipated in his head, like, whoa, if I'm going to go run towards The Undertaker like that, I got to watch my fucking head for that fucking ring post. He should have anticipated that. But no, he hits his fucking head, he's bleeding, that's it. Now he's running an instinct. He's running on auto. You know, this guy just, that's it. He's wobbly. You can tell he doesn't know where he's at. And the match just becomes a clusterfuck. Alright? Goldberg tries to do the jackhammer on Undertaker. He botches that. It's not going to work, bro. First of all, you already hit your head trying to open the door. You hit your head a second time against the ring post. You try to lift up The Undertaker in the fucking jackhammer. And Undertaker's a tall, heavy dude. It's not going to work anymore, Goldberg. You know, especially in Goldberg's age. He tries to do it, he botches that, fucks it up. Undertaker tries to do the tombstone, fucks that up. He almost breaks Goldberg's neck. Alright? They try to do other moves, and these guys were just stumbling, and it just became cringy to watch. And you could tell that during the end of the match, The Undertaker had to call it. He had to make a decision, and he finished off Goldberg with a shitty-ass, slow chokeslam. He pinned Goldberg for the pin, 1, 2, 3. And Undertaker, he had this upset look in the ring. You know, you could tell that he was pissed off and disappointed in the way that match went, bro. Holy shit. You know, Undertaker, as I understand, he's a legend, broski. He had a lot of great matches in his prime. But this guy needs to fucking call it quits already, bro. He almost broke Goldberg's neck in a botched-ass tombstone. Holy shit. And then Goldberg, bro. This guy... Oh, man. This is the WWE. They don't think straight. Bro, what is it with these writers? What is it with these storyline planners going on? The ones that direct these matches are Undertaker and Goldberg. Didn't they talk this out before the match started? Didn't they rehearse the match? Goldberg should have anticipated right there, hey, watch out for that fucking ring post. And apparently, Goldberg and Undertaker, they got into a huge shouting match backstage because they were legitimately pissed off at each other, excuse me. They were pissed off at each other because of how shitty the match was. They started screaming at each other like girls because Undertaker almost broke his neck and this and that. And, bro, those two have nobody to blame but themselves. That's the way I look at it. Undertaker's last couple matches, broski, have been terrible to watch. This guy is just... He's old. It's time to hang it up. That's the way I see it. Okay? You want to continue, Undertaker? Be my guest. But let these guys retire in peace and instead of putting them in these cringy matches where they're just going to keep on fucking hurting themselves. And now Goldberg may have suffered a concussion. You know? I don't wish that on Goldberg. But come on. And that's it. That was just Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. That Man, that Goldberg and Undertaker match, broski, it had potential to be a great match. But these fucking guys, bro, holy shit. Anyways, peace out. Let me know what you think, broski. Later. This is what a train wreck. WWE, start building up new stars. Do something.